Greetings, everybody. This is RetroYuuki giving you guys a little bit of an update and preview of build 1.06 of Moonlight House, which we will be back into on Tuesday for our VR chat open lobby. Today, we're going to show you guys what's new, and I'm going to show you guys in VR chat how it looks like. So first, let's take a look at what's new. Let's take a look at first. As you guys can see, I changed the wood to make it more uniformed, and I got the assets from the hand-painted seamless wood texture pack, as you guys here, and it looks pretty good. It's a pretty cool pack here. It has three materials, as you can see, and this was made in 2020, and as you can see, it was made by Norva Games. Pretty cool pack here. I just decided to change the wood and stuff. Another thing I edited was the mirror UI in the living room. I'm gonna do it for the other rooms later on. And you're gonna see that in our testing today. As you can see, the head box is now a little bit more smaller. I will be fixing the head box for the other ones later on. But we're gonna figure out another thing that I changed is the cupcakes. There are three cupcakes here, and I'm going to explain a lot of coding and a lot of programming here. I'll explain why in a moment. Well, the cupcakes allow you now to pick them up. We can pick them up now. I'm going to be explaining a lot of this in a moment. But let's show you guys in VR chat how that looks like, and then we go over the logic. So let's go ahead and go into VR chat, and actually I have two instances for reason today. As you can see, I have two VR chat instances as a tester. I want to go over some logic first before we get into the big stuff. The chairs I'm gonna fix later on. But let's actually go over to a pen here. I'll explain what's going on. We have pens, we have cube pens. Okay. Pen 0 is pen 1. But why am I showing you guys the pen? For a few reasons. Number one, let me just make sure. Number one, each pen has something called a mesh. And you may have figured out that we are on the pickup layer. The pickup is the layer, and that's very excuse me, that's very important for today's look. The pickup layer allows you to pick up stuff. The pen itself has a component, a few components that we need to talk about. The most important one is not the VRC pickup, because that can just be default. What you need to understand, however, there is going to be a VRC pickup. We have a rigid body, and there is another script called the VRC object sync. This is a very important script, and here's what it does. So, you're about to see it in action. I want to explain what it does in like logical terms. So say I have this cupcake, which now has the script, by the way, which it did not have the script when I first did it. So let's say I have this cupcake in my hand. If you guys remember yesterday in our open lobby, or on Friday, the 4th, for our open lobby, I attempted to pick up a cupcake, but nobody else saw it. What you saw is Luna, the wolf, my character at the time, holding a cupcake on my stream. But what you actually saw if you were in my lobby is nothing. Luna is more like extending her hand out as if she was ready to offer a handshake, which we did not want. We wanted her to show you a cupcake. So what happened? Well, I forgot to put in this VRC object sync script. So what exactly does it do? Well, networking wise, the idea of a VRC object sync is to synchronize everybody with the object. So the object is synchronized with everybody. That means if I pick up cupcake, you're going to see me pick up cupcake. If I see you pick up a cupcake, then I should see you pick up cupcake. And you're going to see that in a moment. That is the most important thing right here, the cupcake one. The mirror UI is just moving it around. So now I want to show you guys in VR chat how that looks. Keep in mind there are two instances of VR chat running, so we can show you guys the pickup. So on the left, you're going to see Shady A. On the right, you're going to see Shady 2. Why is it Shady 1 and 2? Because I'm playing as my Shady avatar. That's why. So Shady 2 is sitting down in the house. Shady 1 is right outside right now. I am moving Shady 1. Keep in mind the chairs are still not working correctly. I'm still going to fix that in the next update. And as you can see, now I'm inside the house. On the left, you see my point of view as Shady 1. On the right, it's Shady 2. So as you can see, I can see Shady 2. Now keep in mind, unless I move the other one, you cannot when I'm moving. Now I'm going to move the other one back. So as you can see now, I'm going to pick up a cupcake. The one that we saw. So it says pick up. Now I'm going to hold it. Now what you want to watch for is on the right side. On the right, you see Shady 1 hold a cupcake. I'm going to move closer to Shady 2 now. And as you can see, what we want is that. We want Shady 2 to see that Shady 1 has a cupcake in her hand. I'm going to drop it now. Now I'm going to go back to Shady 2. I'm going to move to the right. This time, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to have Shady 2 hold up a cupcake to Shady 1 on the left. Let's see if she sees it in her hand. And sure enough, I'm going to change my angle on the right, or the left one. So as you can see, cupcake is being held, and I'm putting it close to Shady 1. And as you can see, it does show both screens we are good because of the VRC object sync. I'm going to put boop right there. There you go. Please enjoy your cupcake, Shady 1. What I'm going to show you guys now, however, is something without object syncing. So if you guys remember, we're running an emerald event where you can find the 5 emeralds. And here's why object syncing is important. On the left, I'm going to pick up this emerald. On the right, I'm going to pick up this emerald as well. So both shadies are ready to pick up an emerald. Watch very carefully, however, because this is without an object sync. I'm gonna go first with Shady 1. As you can see, on the left you see me hold an emerald. However, on the right you see that the emerald is still there. Okay? Here's what happens. I drop the emerald on Shady 1. Shady 2 still has that emerald. If I move Shady 2 and move the emerald a little bit, you notice that it's not object syncing. What's going on here? So what happened is, because this doesn't have object sync, you notice that on the left, Shady 1 is holding something invincible, but this is the emerald. What you did not know, what you also see is that the positioning of that emerald has been different. On the right is the number 2. I'm going to place the emerald here near the wood away from the carpet. But you're going to notice that on the left, you see no emerald, no gem. That's because there is no object sync, unlike the cupcake. So what's going to happen in our next build is I'm going to add object syncing to the emeralds as well. Now keep in mind there is one particular emerald That is a very special emerald in this particular world. And of course, if you watch The Wolf Ventures and you watch episode 12, you know that that particular emerald is right here in this room, Francis the Wolf room. And that is behind here. As you can see, we have the emerald here. Why is this special? Because it's the one they referred to in episode 12 of The Wolf Ventures. And actually, you can watch episode 12 right when you come into the world if nobody actually changed the scene. So, what did the Francis the Wolf say that made the emerald go here? He said in the episode, I was playing as Francis the Wolf, of course, and he said, "My emerald is in my hometown, in my house in Los Angeles." I said the hills over Los Angeles, but I meant to say LA. So, what exactly was he referring to? He was referring to his own emerald right here. Although it's not like a chaos emerald, it's a gem, one on the right. So this one is going to have something special with it in build 1.06. I'm not going to explain what it is yet. Okay. Some other things that will be added in build 1.06 that I'm not going to show off yet because it's not ready. Neon lighting is going to be applied only to the living room. Until I figure out what I want to do with the other two rooms, I'm going to wait. Now, will you be able to turn on the neon lights just like you turn on the normal lights? I am still thinking about it. Also, another thing you understand, turning on the light in terms of like the UI is local variable. I believe it's always been a local variable. What's been happening here in the mirror and the lights. So if I have the lights on with Shady 1, Shady 2 does not have the lights. The only reason why I have lights on now is because I turned it on with the UI. But as you can see, they're local variables. Now if we go back to Shady 1, the mirror is not going to show up when I press it on Shady 1. It's not going to show up on Shady 2. It's only going to show up on Shady 1. As you can see on the right, there is no mirror because that's a local variable. Now that I turn on, if I turn on HD mirror for my local Shady 2, now both of us have a mirror because it's on. It is a little laggy, keep in mind. Same thing for the low quality mirror or LQ. It is still that is still a local variable because as you can see, I'm still on HD mirror on Shady 2 local. I'm gonna have to move back to that to see it. Okay, so that's local variable and global. Global is the word for everybody. Now you might be wondering why is a local variable better than a global variable? For a few reasons. Number one, a local variable is for your own player and your own player only. Okay, that is it. That's what you call a local variable. Okay, networking variable is when it's both, when it's everybody or certain people. Global variable, however, is for everyone in particular. Okay, it's for everybody. That's how that's how it works when it comes to the variables. You have to be very careful with your variables, especially when it comes to local and global. What do you want for global? For a global variable, you want something like a pen because everybody wants to play with pens. Any objects that you like to, but global is for like lights and stuff, darkness area and all that good. I might add that to this world. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not gonna push it too far. or you can set the time of day. But I'm not gonna push it too far right now, especially because I'm new. So, so coming up in our next update, maybe some neon lighting. But I'm gonna wait on that. We'll see if I'm gonna play with that. I'm gonna play with it in the living room, but I'm not gonna play with it right now for the character room. I'm still thinking about it though. And neon lighting should also be a local type of variable. Okay. Obviously, the other thing I changed is the mural for Team Moonlight is now outside, right here, rather than right here. Now, when you watch episode 13 of the Wolf Ventures, the mural is still gonna be right here, but starting any other episode that comes to this area, the mirror will be right here. And actually, it's going to be a very important scene for episode 17 that I'm going to be filming in this particular section. I'm not going to explain what it is. All I'm going to say is Crimson Rose is going to do something bad, Francis the Wolf. But I'm not going to say what it is yet. But until next time, this is Shady, this is RetroYuuki, and that is our build update preview, guys, 1.06. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. For our next VR chat open lobby, I'm going to be playing as Luna the Wolf. Enjoy, and hopefully you're looking forward to this. Enjoy.